In this lesson, we're going to be setting up a business manager on Facebook. So if you already know how to set up a business manager, you already know kind of how Facebook works, you can feel free to skip this lesson. First, I'm going to talk about what a business manager is. Essentially, Facebook came out with the concept of a business manager in order to separate someone's personal Facebook activities from the activities of their business. Now, it's important to remember that you are only allowed to make 2 business managers per Facebook personal account, but you can be invited to multiple business managers. For example, if you're an ad strategy consultant or if you're running an agency, obviously you can work on more than 2 clients at one point. So you just can't be the direct owner of more than 2 business managers. So what is a business manager? Essentially, it's like another identity that you have on Facebook, and this time it's strictly business. Now, a business manager is basically Facebook's broadest level of business organization. Under each business manager, you're able to have multitude of other things. You're able to have multiple ad accounts, and this is basically the platform that we're actually going to be using to target customers and get sales. Business managers are also allowed to have multiple Facebook pages. So you're allowed to have multiple businesses within one single business manager. So you can have multiple dropshipping websites within a business manager. Business managers can also be attached to multiple Instagram accounts. It can facilitate data at a broader level. So if you have multiple stores, you're actually able to interchange the data that you have from one store to the next if they're all within a business manager, right? Now, there's a host of other features as well that are kind of nitty gritty. We're not going to really cover. For example, a business manager can host multiple Instagram accounts. You get the point. And business managers can also communicate with other business managers and share assets if there's kind of like an agreement. All you need to know is the business manager is like the central hub of all things advertising on Facebook. One big thing that's important to understand here is that when you have problems at one of these micro levels, in the beginning, it's only going to affect each micro unit. But if you have repeated problems, right? So I'm going to be talking about things like Facebook customer feedback and also getting banned off of Facebook, things like that. If you have too many problems with your ad accounts, it's going to impact your business manager, right? If you have too many problems with your pages, it's going to impact your business manager. And a business manager is something that you do not want to lose because you're only allowed to make 2 of them attached to your personal account. For people that get into too many problems with Facebook, they end up having to mule or have other people in their family or friends group set up business managers, and you really don't want to go down that path. Now that you understand what a business manager is, it's time to set one up for your personal Facebook account. I'm on my friend's Facebook just because I've already maxed out my business managers. I'm already on 2 of them, but he hasn't maxed it out yet. So you just go to business.facebook.com and you're going to get there and you're going to be able to see my view right now, and I'm going to click on create business. So now we're just going to make a name, and the business name just doesn't really matter. So you can really call it whatever you want. Facebook's never really going to double check. So we can just call it Best Course Business Manager. Okay, and it says this should match the public name of your business since it will be visible across Facebook. That's not really a concern here. We never really follow that rule. And then we just have to put our name. So I'm putting my name and then a business email, right? This is going to be the email that you want Facebook to be sending information to. You can choose to make this the same one as the one you register from Shopify. Just know that you're going to be receiving essential communication from Facebook in this email, and it's not something that you want to miss out on. So there it is. And then you're going to want to add in your business details. These business details isn't going to be public information. It's your pages that will have public information. So feel free to go ahead and actually put your own address down, and I'm going to fill mine out. They do require a website, so you can go ahead and just put your Shopify website in. And they do require a business phone number. So I'm going to put my personal phone number in here for now. But once we set up the Google Voice account, you're going to be able to put that number in. It doesn't matter at this point because we're not going to be running ads just yet. And it's going to ask you, this account primarily uses Facebook tools and data to promote its own goods or services, provide services to other businesses. It's important that we put promote its own goods and services because that gives us an extra layer of data and ability to claw data that you won't get if you're just doing client services. So we're going to put that over here and just click submit, and it should be a very easy setup. 1 second. So you just have to confirm that the business manager was created by going into your email. Once you've confirmed everything, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. And this is what I'm talking about, right? You can see that we can add multiple Facebook pages. We can add multiple ad accounts. We can add people that will work on our business. I'm going to go into the business settings and walk over some things that you need to be on the lookout for. This is where you can add individuals with different levels of access to your business. So for example, I can add someone and I'm just going to invite myself, right? I'll invite my other account, and you can choose to give someone admin access, which basically means that they have the same level of control over the business manager as well, or employee access, and underneath then you can choose what type of access they're able to get. If you have an accountant or something like that, you can give them finance editor or finance access just so they can look at the books. But employee access, the most basic. Then you can choose which Facebook pages you want them to have access to and what level of access. You can choose if they can comment. You can choose if they can comment on behalf of the business, if they can answer messages, etc. Choose the ad accounts. Catalogs are going to be something that we talk about. It's essentially a product catalog that you're going to be able to import over from Shopify that can be very powerful, especially with dynamic targeting, but that's for another lesson. And then there's also apps. If you want to develop any apps for Facebook or e-commerce, this is where you're going to be doing it. So that's under people. Partners is when you want to invite another business manager to partner together, right? So if you're engaging a ad agency to run your advertising, which I don't recommend, this is how you would be able to add them in. Pages is all the pages attached to the business manager. Ad accounts, right? We don't really have to worry about that. Instagram accounts, if you built an Instagram for your branded niche dropshipping store, this is where you're going to add it in. Don't worry about lines of business. Data sources is going to be very important later on in the lessons. Just know that the business manager stores data at a macro level. Brand safety, we don't have to worry about that. Registrations, no need to worry. Integrations, that's more for lead generation, which is another way to make money with Facebook ads that we're not going to cover in this course. I'm going to want you to put in a payment option at this point, because once you put in the payment option, it makes the ad account setup a lot easier. So just go ahead and put in whatever credit card you plan on running Facebook ads with. I would say you want to make sure your credit card, starting out, it's going to be a personal one, has at least I would say $5,000 limit. So if you don't have that limit, I would try to get it increased or put in your debit card instead. Ideally, you want to use credit card because you can take advantage of some serious cash back benefits by spending a lot of money on Facebook, which is what we're going to be doing if our business becomes very profitable and starts scaling. Under Security Center, requests and notifications, you don't really have to worry about any of this stuff. Know that you can edit the business info once you've gotten to this point, but that's all you need to know about a business manager. Up next, we're going to talk about Facebook pages and also setting up the ad account.